Hey tubers, me again. Hey, this is like the third time I've tried to shoot this video because I felt like I was just getting a little, I don't know, a little agitated. But anyways, I'm gonna do a little rant, and while we're doing that, we're gonna do the inspection on this Craftsman 20 inch. Okay, and I'm not, I'm not gonna direct my rant, you know, directly at anyone. It's just like for when I watch other guys' videos, and I always read the comments. I always want to see, what other people think, and I guess it's just the way that the world is nowadays. It's pretty easy to sit there and hide behind a keyboard if you got something that's something to say. And I don't know, perhaps if you were sitting in a restaurant and having a discussion with somebody that it wouldn't be, you probably wouldn't be so bold, wouldn't be so forward. I don't know. I would hope so. I hope that there'd be some kind of decorum and moderation as to your tone, as to when you want to post a comment. That being said, it's I've said it before. I try to make my videos for oddball situations that I found. There is ego involved in doing this stuff. I mean, you do get a great feeling like once you take and you bring something back from the dead. That's where my name came from. Zombie Dave is the kids gave it to me because I would get free mowers and just work on them and make them run. And so obviously, like when something comes back from the dead in this day and age with the video games and stuff, the kids started calling the mowers and stuff zombies. So anyways, just by spending a couple of minutes right here, you can see that this thing is going to clean up. It's an old Craftsman. It's been around for, gosh, I don't know. I wish I knew how to read these little code dates and stuff, but I don't. So anyways, back when I was a chef 20 years ago, or not that long ago, but I was a chef for like 20 years. I always liked doing the stuff that nobody else wanted to do. It's just something that's always been in me. It's like one of the reasons why I became a licensed pilot. It's like, you know what? Not everybody does it. So, and it's that same feeling of accomplishment. And one of the things that was so cool about sculpting ice when I was a chef is like, hey, nobody else wanted to do it, and I just thought it was an awful lot of fun. So let's see if we can look down here. Here's just an old picture. That's me standing in front of a ice sculpture that I did for some charter funding or something. But that's me. I made that ice sculpture and stuff. When you're doing ice, it's just a clear block of ice. You actually have to see what's inside of it and remove stuff in order to reveal. I don't care if it's a cactus, a turkey, or whatever it is that you're making. You need to see it first and remove the parts that you don't want in order for everybody else to see it. And then they go like, oh yeah, now I see it. So anyways, it's the same thing with these mowers. To me anyways, I look at the potential. It's like, okay, if I go and I clean this up a little bit, I mean, it's actually going to clean up pretty nice. Let me take a wipe a little bit of this. I mean, paint doesn't look too bad, But before, when it was looking like that, you're like, nope, not touching it, not going to mess with it. It's not worth my time. Well, your time is worth whatever you think it is. So, but on this, I worked on these enough, instead of just dismissing them. It's like, I know that right up underneath the here, there's a crankcase breather tube. And it's this little gizmo right here. And this is supposed to be connected to this carburetor. on this particular carburetor, that tube would go up in there, and it recycles all the oil, the little splatters and the fumes and stuff that come out. Well, that was not connected, and so continually over the years it's deposited all this oil down underneath of here. We can clean that up, and it's like it's going to be all right. I put and rebuilt this. I had to put in a new throttle body, and not throttle body, but the throttle plate and all this stuff. It was the challenge. It's the same thing as like when I'm looking at ice that I'm going to sculpt something. It's the same thing looking at these mowers. It's like, I see it in there, and it's up to me to bring it out. And hopefully guys that are just starting off doing this and stuff, if you see a mower like this, I'm not saying that it's going to run. I know this one does, because it has all the three things that we need. But if it's already broken, you have a clean slate. You can just start working on it, and you can't break broken. You might when you split a case or you start messing with a carburetor and stuff. That's the part that like you're actually giving yourself an education. It's awesome that guys that on YouTube and stuff, they go through it. Some of them go fast, some of them go slow enough for you to follow up on, but it's like nothing beats that real world experience that you're gonna get if you just take and start doing this yourself. So I know this thing is a runner. I know it's not very pretty right now, but gosh, it's gonna be so much different when it's all done and when it's all cleaned up, and a little bit of self-worth, a little bit of self-pride, and it's fun as hell. I mean, I still have the passion for doing this. Am I gonna make $1 million? Hell no. It's just, you got to have a passion for it. That's all there is to it. It's like you just gotta. I mean, I'm not like some of these guys that are service techs, and it's a mower. It's just a mower. It's either gonna work or it's not gonna work. This one's gonna work. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. It was like, if you like my channel, that's awesome. We're up to like 145. Yeah, I know we're not setting any records or anything, but you know what? I'm hoping that the guys that are watching me are getting inspired and learning something. I do go back and I look at my videos, and you know what? On nearly every single one, there's a little tip or a trick or something that's going to help you if you're doing the same thing. And there are shade tree mechanics out there that are doing this exact same thing everywhere, Midwest, Northeast, wherever. So like we're all doing the same thing, and that's the beauty of the internet and YouTube. Like we can share this stuff and pat each other on the back. It's a nice forum. But if you want to come up and and come on my channel and say like this stuff sucks, and back in the old days, and there's this, and like what, just my opinion, it shows me that you have no talent. It's like the talented guys are the guys is like, what, you work with what you're given and you do the best you can. And it's not, I don't need to hear the bitching, pissing, and moaning, like, oh well, it's because of this. You know what? Adapt and overcome, guys. It's like, you can do it. I know it. If I can do it, I'm 59 years old. It's like, and if I can do this, you can do this. And it's fun if you have the passion. All right, that's it. That's my rant. I'll never do this again. I'm out.